And it's Sunday, so only 2 controllers are on duty. Los Rodeos Airport opened in 1941. Facilities are severely limited. There's no radar to monitor planes on the ground. And today the runway center lights are out of service. At 4:56 p.m., KLM's most senior pilot, Captain Jacob van Zanten, requests permission to taxi. 2 minutes later, air traffic control gives the go-ahead. The KLM 4805 taxis down the runway. There are 248 passengers and crew on board. The air traffic controllers instruct the pilots to proceed to the end of the airstrip, make a 180-degree turn, and wait for clearance to take off. Visibility is now down to 300 meters. None of the air traffic controllers can see the planes that they're directing. And there is no ground radar to help them. They are now totally reliant on communicating by radio. 5:02 p.m. The controllers give Pan Am permission to taxi onto the runway right behind the KLM. The Pan Am pilots are then told to turn off at the 3rd exit and wait. Conditions are getting worse by the second. 5:04. The KLM is completing its 180-degree turn and getting into position for takeoff. The Pan Am is still taxiing towards the KLM along the runway. The pilot and co-pilot are trying to find the 3rd exit, but they're not familiar with the airport and can barely see out of their cockpit windows. 5:06 and 18 seconds. The control tower tells the KLM crew to wait.
Okay, stand by for takeoff. I will call you.
But they don't. Instead, Captain Van Zanten accelerates the KLM Jumbo down the runway. 5:06 and 45 seconds. The Pan Am co-pilot looks out of the window and is horrified by what he sees. The 300,000-kilogram KLM Jumbo is heading straight towards him. The Pan Am has 394 passengers and crew on board. Their only chance is to get out of the way as quickly as possible. Pan Am's Captain Grubbs forces the engines to full throttle. He tries to move the 747 out of the way. But it's too late. 5:06 and 50 seconds. The KLM smashes into the American Jumbo at 290 kilometers per hour. The KLM 747 has careered into the Pan Am, slicing off the upper deck. After the impact, the KLM crashes further down the runway. These first news pictures show the firefighters tackling the blaze which has engulfed the KLM. They can't find any survivors. Because of the fog, they have no idea that just 450 meters up the runway, the Pan Am Jumbo is also in flames, with hundreds of people still on board. Of 396 people on board, there are just 61 survivors. Everybody on the KLM 747 and most of those on the Pan Am have perished in the crash. It's the worst aviation accident in history.